Today we'll be getting started with my first blind playthrough of Aliens Dark Descent, a brief history of myself and the genre. As you can tell by the fact that the other stuff up on my channel is all XCOM stuff, I'm a huge fan of the genre this is in. It's also meaningfully distinct in a lot of ways from XCOM, and I'm really looking forward to playing this. It seems like a very fresh take on the genre that I haven't seen before. Additionally, I'm a big fan of dark sci-fi in general, and I've enjoyed all the Aliens media stuff that is, at least the mainstream stuff and the tabletop RPG stuff. There's a ton of obscure media that I haven't seen at all. But in general, it's a franchise and a vibe that I'm a big fan of. As we get into the game, I've already checked all the settings. I have the settings for brightness up a little bit, and I debated what we should play on because, like, part of me wants to play on Nightmare and just lose my first campaign. But that doesn't actually sound that fun. I'm not sure if Nightmare is going to be remotely doable going in blind, so we'll just go on hard. A part of me is like, but you're technically cheating if you don't set the difficulty to max, but that's ridiculous. Let's get into it. For a first playthrough, I'm more than happy to go on hard. I should note, as we load into this, I edit things down pretty heavily, and if it's not something I'm involved with, if you can tell it from anyone's playthrough, if mine's no different, I tend to not include that sort of things in my videos. So you'll be getting a very heavily edited down version of the story. Shots like this panning shot over the space station we start in, stuff like this is not going to last for long in these videos.
Please be mindful of docking bay protocol at all times. Wayland, Utah. Building better worlds.
One thing that definitely makes me optimistic about this game is that from a storytelling perspective, it doesn't seem to be wasting any time. It's like, look, here's a crate full of aliens. Wayland Yutani is up to no good. Because I was genuinely worried getting into this that there might be like a very extended period of the early game where we pretend that aliens aren't happening like in all of the movies. I'm glad we're not doing that. Anyway, in a sharp twist that nobody could predicted, corporate espionage has struck. Also, that's not the sound of a wrench hitting a human skull, even a little bit. That was like a comic book thud. Why are the keyboard sounds so accurate by comparison? Like, the sound design is pretty great, except for that wrench sound effect. That was glaringly off base. So we are approximately, like, what, 1.5 minutes into the opening cutscene and the alien's out of the bag? That is a good pace to be at. I'm happy with this. I was genuinely worried that we were going to waste so much time acting like there weren't, you know, xenomorphs running around, corporate espionage. We skipped past all of that, thankfully. I really enjoy that it's Aliens Dark Descent, not Alien Dark Descent. A, because there's definitely gonna be more than one alien, obviously. But B, because this is far more of a sequel to Aliens than Alien.
Any news from Lacey Hayes?
Sorry, sir. We're having a hard time reaching anyone. That storm probably...
Damn, must be one hell of a hurricane to cut us from the whole planet.
Chief Administrator, I'm showing a weight discrepancy on the Bentonville's manifest. They just asked for a takeoff accreditation, but half the shipment is still at dock.
Half, you say? Well, we just earned a bonus. I'll allow them to take off right away.
Protocol dictates...
How many times? Company protocol doesn't mean anything out here. What works, works. And we're already behind schedule.
Director Price?
Isn't here. And if I do recall correctly, Deputy Administrator Hayes, your shift ended half an hour ago. So get the hell off my command deck and let me do my job.
I don't care what McDonald says. Something is wrong here. I can monitor the cargo bay camera's security feed just as well from my office.
And as we get control, I'm going to start editing this down pretty heavily because this is going to be tutorialized nothing for a while. WASD for cameras. Rotate with middle mouse or QE. Definitely prefer middle mouse, I think. Zoom in and out. We have objective markers. All simple enough. Move with right click like I just learned to play Diablo. Doors with green lights open automatically.
You look troubled, Administrator. Is there anything I can do to help?
Thank you, Daniel. But no, I'm just having one of those days, you know?
Another argument with Administrator McDonald.
How did you guess?
I may be synthetic, but I'm not blind.
This cyborg is so obviously designed to look evil that I
It's
trust
my
him.
problem, and I'll take care of it. I just need to reach my office.
Of course. But I'm afraid this corridor is closed due to maintenance. You'll need
I
to
still
keep
trust
going
him,
through
even
this
with the
door.
closed due to maintenance nonsense.
Don't often see you in here, Administrator Hayes. Are you lost? Do you need me to show you to your room?
Last I checked, you couldn't find your own ass with both hands.
Well, I'm glad that everyone on this ship hates me. I'll feel better when they all die now. So we can interact with the left click. I'm surprised there's a tutorial for this, although I don't actually click the computer, I click the button above it.
Welcome, Administrator Hayes.
I'm sure everything's going great in the cargo deck, right? Ah, that's just a normal day aboard a Weyland-Yutani ship. There's not even any alarms going off in the rest of the ship. This is just normal. That's... The real problem is that they're not properly marking the danger zones. No one's wearing hard hats. That's the real issue here. If there is a reason to explore, it is currently lost upon me. It feels like I'm going to be backtracking through this at a later point, and then there might be reasons to explore, but every time I've went into a side room, it's been like, yeah, this is just a room you shouldn't be in. Why'd you go in here?
Where's Chief Durant?
Settling the labor dispute on the rally.
Then you'll have to gather a security team and come with me.
Not a chance. McDonald just linked in. Told us you'd be stirring up trouble. Again. I ain't getting involved. Take it up with him.
Thanks for nothing.
Is the blue jumpsuit this game's equivalent of a red shirt? Maybe not, since they're not coming with me, right? We have a map. And, oh, it had my original thing here, but now I'm able to move it if I leave the map with M. Understood, yes. If I... I get the idea. We have objectives, I know, but I want to see if this works how I'm never going to get to learn. We also have our floors up here. Okay, select the back button to go back to the interface. Okay, so if I were to click down here and then close the map, yes, my map does jump like it looked like it did. Okay.
Help me.
Sir, why aren't you wearing a hard hat?
Hold on.
This wouldn't have happened if you were wearing a hard hat.
Right.
Cargo bay. These things came out of...
Stay with me. Stay. God damn it.
Oh, we're not in the cargo bay yet. So they're out of the cargo bay then, just canonically.
Keep it together. You need to see what's in there.
Take the gun, huh? You can hold left click to light up the environment. That feels like it's going to have
Aim
ramifications.
for shit.
All right, I'm sure I'm going to need to do that because it looks like that's the only reason I was able to see the body in the first place to interact with it. I enjoyed that. That's a way to make me feel stressed. And as you can tell by my tone, I'm absolutely not stressed. We're playing an XCOM-style tactics game. I feel like I have the tools to defend myself, otherwise the whole genre falls apart.
What were they holding in these things? What is all this?
You know, it occurs to me that I'm not wearing a hard hat either.
That is not trimonite.
I want to ask very desperately what is trimonite, even though I know it absolutely, positively does not matter.
Shit. There's something in there. Get out of here, Michael.
Well, time to hit the run button and see how this
I can't
stealth
let
section is
anyone
going to
in
work.
I need to lock this damn door. There's a welder back there.
Well, it works by running back towards the monster. Not a fan of that realization.
Time to get it sealed up.
So this takes
Whatever
time
that
in
thing is,
reality,
Can't
but
chew its way through a door.
I'm still in cutscene mode. I'm gonna hang out for a hot second.
Together, Michael.
What's the worst that happens? Nah, I refuse. I'm gonna go look for him. I want to know if you're just messing with me, if the monster's actually here. Oh yeah, the monster's absolutely here. If you don't do it, it kills you pretty immediately. Good, thank God. Is there a walk quietly? I guess walk is assumed to be walk quietly. Press left click on the door. Okay. I feel like that's also how you use flashlights, but I'm sure it will never be a problem, because flashlights are whole, it'll be context sensitive. So far, everything does feel pretty intuitive and smooth to control.
Come on.
Also, it's occurring to me, this is going to be very severely different from XCOM, because cover is not really a mechanic against aliens. Quite the opposite, as opposed to having things we blow up with grenades to create sight lines, we're literally closing paths with welders. This is going to be a refreshing change of pace in the sort of tactics games I'm so used to.
I thought I
What the
told
hell
you.
was aboard the Bentonville?
What are you talking about?
The dock crew and
Wait, have you actually somehow not found out aboard the main
That's
deck?
not funny.
Something got loose and killed.
Power failure.
Look, I can suspend my disbelief for a lot of dumb corporate espionage. Like, I don't know what the goal of this could possibly have been. However, I feel like somebody should just like radioed, hey yo, we're all dying down here. I'm not asking for help, I'm just curious for my family's sake. Do we have a life insurance policy here? Anyway, in the grimdark future, no one has life insurance, no one follows OSHA regulations, and I suspect that this might be the end of this character. I've been wondering if I was going to die for a while. It sort of felt like I was going to die to the alien going into the cargo bay and then switch characters. And I feel rather doomed right now, and I can't help but notice there's no Marines on this ship, which is a slight issue for me controlling Marines. If our character is going to drop dead, it's not this scene.
Security. I need to get to security.
Ah! That was such a sharp increase in volume compared to everything else. Alright, that squelch sound was on par with the wrench sound effect from earlier.
What the hell is happening? Everyone's dying in there. The Bentonville. I can't let that happen.
What's going on over there?
Otago? The Colonial Marines.
Oh wait, maybe we do get to live.
USS Otago. This is Administrator Hayes. There's some kind of infestation aboard. Otago, you have to intercept the Bentonville before it leaves the system. Can you hear me, Otago?
Please copy. Is everything all right? Please copy.
Damn it! Comms are down. I can't fix him from here. I need to get to the comms room. Lewis? Are you in there? I need access to the comms room. Lewis, answer me, damn it!
Go away! You'll draw them right to us.
Open the damn door!
No way! It's staying locked to keep those things out!
You think that'll help? They're in the vents.
Vents?
Oh, I'm glad this movie's taking its horror atmosphere about as seriously as I am.
Shit!
I was worried I was totally out of place, but I think I'm in exactly the right spot emotionally. Also, hello, Fire. Why are you here?
Station integrity compromised.
I guess I'll go the other direction, then. There's just a lot of people around, aren't there? Considering the amount of people that are dead, I'm surprised with how many I'm
I
finding.
can't stay here.
No, no! I can't see me here! Go away! Go away!
Okay, just keep your head down, right?
I'm sure Manning will be the one guy who lives through all this. There's no chance he dies, like, as soon as I leave the room. Hello, my ominous friend. How are you doing?
Daniel, you alright?
Deputy Administrator, it appears that these creatures have destroyed our community.
Alright, you know what? Maybe my trust was completely
Why would
misplaced.
they do that? They're animals.
Sorry, I have no idea. I wish I could help you further.
Shit, the Bentonville.
Just holding a wrench behind his back. I've got no idea how these animals destroyed all of this complicated machinery in such a short time.
Daniel, our planetary quarantine protocols. They're still operational, aren't they?
I'll admit, they've done several good bait-outs at making me think the character is about to die.
Those things have to come
They've
from the
done
planet.
enough that at this point, I think I'm actually playing the main character. Because I know nothing about this game. I saw, like, one trailer and the broad pitch for it a long time ago. And other than that, I'm flying blind. I watched, like, 10 minutes of Christopher Nolan's episode 1, and I'm already well past what I know.
The Cerberus protocol was specifically designed for a situation like this. What you're doing is only right.
Right. Yes.
Did that robot just convince me to commit war crimes with a single sentence? I'm sorry, that's really funny. So, like, not to say that this looks like I'm running through a giant boss arena where I'll be fighting waves and waves of enemies, but, like, this room does appear to be suspiciously large and open. Evidently, everything was fine, though. You know, for a given definition of fine.
Warning, 3 ships detected. USS Otago, Bentonville, Baldwin. Will be caught in the high orbit interdiction radius. Please confirm command.
That robot rolled really high on his persuade check, apparently. This feels like it should be really hard to convince someone to do.
Urgent contaminant vectors. Stand by. Stand by. Engaging targets.
The good news is we destroyed the Bentonville. The bad news is we destroyed every single ship that could possibly get us out of here.
It had to be done.
I mean, that's what the robot said, but I'm not sure I believe that. Oh, I really should have seen this coming based on the cores on top of this computer. I am not on my Aliens A game, am I? If ever there was a time for this character to actually die and we switch over to the Marines, it would be now. But this kind of already went on too long for us to die, so Deus Ex Machina ho? Why is his tiny mouth screaming too? I don't know for sure if that's a thing in the movies or not. I feel like it's not. I don't think his tiny mouth ever screams at people. Oh, that was adorable. That was so jank. So we have a detection system. Yellow line indicates being looked for. Red indicates detecting. Full red indicates problems. We have a cover system where cover is... Oh, that's really subtle. This is not like an XCOM tile. Don't be like this tile, like the floor tile like it is in XCOM. It's actually quite small. So we need to run over here and hide. And how do we actually hide? Crouch with control. He looks like he doesn't know what to do with his hands, right? He looks like he should be running on all fours. He really does not look like he knows what to do with his hands. Okay, so my objective is to get across the room. He is in fog of war, I guess. Oh, he's over here. Does anyone else get like Zoo Tycoon vibes from this view? Right? His arms feel so weird. Anyway, we'll go around in the other direction. And we'll just walk, because, I mean, that seems to be the name of the game. Also, can I still see him? No, there is a fog of war. See, the issue with, like, moving here and hiding is, I don't know how to predict what his patrol patterns are. If he comes towards me, what am I going to do about it? Oh, but he's moving in such wide areas. Oh, hey, it is a pulse arena. I was right. He's moving in such wide ways that I can see it happening from a distance. Just immediately hide instead of what I was doing, because that immediately got our detection radius going. Okay, but even though it's like starting to notice me, it doesn't mean it has noticed. Everything's fine. I'm not even sure why that did it. Oh, I broke line of sight. I see. But is he cutting across towards me because of my behavior? Yes and no. I think he's just cutting across in general. I feel like running would be very bad, but I should check that, right? Running is not very bad. It did not immediately have me start getting detected. Okay. I should have been running a lot then. That makes this much simpler. Oh. Excuse me? I guess I'm either dying or getting Deus Ex Machina, and apparently sneaking out successfully was not ever an option. Deus Ex Machina it is, and we are the main character after all. Good to know. But it turns out I've been playing the commander this whole time. Or, the corporate middle management, I guess. Much worse title than commander.
Shut that door! Shut that door!
We've lost contact with the Otago.
Well, that's just great. I'm Sergeant Harper, USCN. You?
Hayes, Deputy Administrator. You're from the Otago?
Yeah. What the hell was that thing?
It was... Everyone's dead. It was on one of the cargo shuttles.
All right, people. We're falling back to the dropship. Hunslet, we're rolling to you.
Copy.
Alright, so now we can see how this works as a squad. From now on, we're a single entity. When I order someone to do a task, it's automatically done by whoever's best suited to it. And now I've got 4 little cover squares instead of 1, so I guess that also means it'll be harder to hide us, right? Anyway, let's get running. Do I still have flashlights? I do still have flashlights, but using the flashlight slows down the person using the flashlight. Okay.
It's planetary quarantine.
It looks like you can only walk and flashlight at sprints.
Sounds like a real party.
I really feel like the corporate middle management should not be taking point here. Also, I think I took a wrong turn.
Sarge? Eyes ahead. Something's coming.
Or maybe not.
We've got movement.
Alright, so we have the motion tracker. That's why the minimap has the little white dot down here. I feel like I just went around for no reason. Maybe that seems impassable. I would assume that's the case. Or maybe that's what fire looks like in Fog of War.
Manning?
Oh, hey, Manning.
Where are you going?
Are you ready to die yet?
It's not.
Damn straight, but we'll get you.
Manning, I can't help but notice you're standing next to a vent, my man.
It's here. It's here.
Oh, it actually did not come out of the vent. I got baited. Came out of the door. Alright, so how's shooting work? They automatically shoot. Okay. They'll shoot while walking. When running, they can't use their weapons. So I should always be backpedaling when shooting, is what I'm hearing. You just sort of clipped out of the door? You know, I've been playing a lot of XCOM 2. I'm not going to criticize this game for its jank. The day I play a tactics game that's not janky and broken, well, it's never going to come. I don't even know what analogy I was going to make. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so open the skill menu by pressing space. Grenades are keybound to 2, apparently. Although this wants me to click it, I'm playing the tutorial wrong. Oh, so pressing spacebar does not fire this. My XCOM instincts betrayed me. I have to left click to fire it. Okay. I got very confused for a hot second. And that uses a command point, of which we have 3 that regenerate over time. And apparently getting better soldiers means I get command faster. All of that makes enough sense to me.
We need that elevator. Punch it.
What does we need that elevator punch it mean? Oh, I need to left click and then call elevator. Fair enough.
Lighting up.
All right, Set for suppressing fire and check your targets!
So now we also have suppressive fire. Everything in it moves at 70% speed, your fire rate's doubled, and your accuracy is reduced by 20 points from what is kind of important, but okay, it wants me to suppress here. And the one doing the suppressing cannot run. Also, we have bullet counts like original XCOM. This is going to matter a lot, I imagine. Oh, right, yes, I can't press spacebar, I have to left click. That's going to take a while to get through my head.
Steady. Steady.
Hello, well-intentioned Daniel android.
Daniel! Daniel, is that you?
Daniel looks like such a good guy in this shot.
Where are you going?
We're getting to safety, Daniel. Please, come with us.
I'm afraid I can't permit that. Cerberus protocols are in effect.
I know, but we can't stay. It's not safe.
The protocols are clear. Nothing in, nothing out. I'm sorry, Administrator Hayes.
Who in the logistics division decided that Daniel needed to have alternative red eyes when he was extra angry?
I don't know. I've never even heard
Who signed off on the bureaucratic business sheet that said we need red lights for his eyes when he's in kill mode?
Hey, what a mess.
Fuck! Incoming!
Oh, I was wondering what the point of this cutscene was. Is this going to teach me how to cope with soldier death?
Hold still.
Oh, they're fine.
Oh no.
What?
Its blood is some kind of acid.
Fuck. What kind of blood type is that? Keep your distance, Marines. Latimer, you fit to move?
I'm not dying here.
All right, let's get off this damn station.
So, xenomorphs explode in acid when they die, or have a chance to. Just going to assume it's 50-50 since it wasn't specified. And we can walk and shoot at the same time, so we should always be kiting. I got that part the first time you told me this. I understand.
We need Latimer mobile ASAP.
Yeah, this limp seems to be a problem. So their health bars are down here. They have 2 armor and 6 health. When they're dead, they're dead. Thanks for that part. I kind of assumed that one. A light wound happens when they get down to this amount. And there are different kinds. This time we got wounded leg. There's an icon for it. And I can go into the codex, whatever that is, to get the information. Select my wounded marine to get an interaction menu, and then a first aid, which costs 1 first aid. Apparently I have exactly 1. Speaking of, the other things were called tools and ammo clips. Anyway, I would like your leg to stop being broken.
Ruiz, you're making it worse.
I am sure I'm not making it better considering I'm bandaging your arm and not your leg.
There you go. You ain't pretty, but that ship sailed long ago.
Gee, thanks.
Shit, they're in the walls!
I would like to move backwards. I guess I'm getting a different tutorial. Oh, I'm getting a tutorial on the shotgun. If this is anything like horror games or tactics games, which it's the middle of this Venn diagram, guns are presumably my best friend.
They're too close. Switch to side on.
Right?
Those things are
Yeah, that seems like an effective use of command point.
encounters.
We gained stress. Whenever a representation of stress in your Marines accumulate, a high number of indicates, well, goodbye. So, is that for my squad, or do they have individual stress down here? I'm actually not sure, based on that interaction. Okay, so if I ever realize I've messed up, I can press space to slow down time instead of just giving a command to give new commands faster. And I'm realizing this because I'm always sprinting forward, and I just sprinted into an alien a hot second ago. Which admittedly is part of the tutorial, but I would like to know that I'm safe if I make that mistake in the future.
Hell of a time for a migraine.
Seriously, Sarge? What's
Our captain's either been face-hugged or has psychic powers.
We're in danger.
I'm leaning towards the former.
Sergeant Harper, pull it together. We have to leave.
Yeah, I heard.
Wait, no.
Corporal Huntsley, get your ass down here.
I know that, like, headaches are one of the symptoms, but they've been here for, like, no time at all, right? Presumably this is unrelated. Like, surely he hasn't been face-hugged in the incredibly limited time he's been here. He'd still have it on his face. He wouldn't be able to do anything. Oh, we're supposed to be stalling? I was speculating about the state of his migraines. Space, suppressive fire. Well, I guess I'm in the doorway. Wasn't really too clear on what it wants me to do this time. Oh, right, yes. As always, I've hidden spacebar instead of what I'm supposed to do.
How many of those things are there?
Too many. We have to go.
Everyone just keep slowly walking backwards. I'm sure it'll be fine.
More of them are coming! Hold your position, Marines! Well, don't worry, Hunslet, there's no rush. It's not like we're all gonna die.
So, like, I know I'm using suppression here. I feel like I could have just walked away and it would have been fine. Oh yeah, it's telling me that I can make this a pause. I already know that from the options menu. I think I would prefer it to be in slow-mo for most things, though. I was pretty sure I didn't need to use the shotgun there, but I was letting it get unnecessarily close.
Would you look at that?
Hell, she's taking a pounding.
Otago, this is Harper. Do you copy? Hunslet, can you get us aboard?
No way, Sarge. Between the debris and the decaying orbit, death trap.
Damn it. At least those platforms are leaving us alone.
They're designed for planetary quarantine, but Lethe has to remain operational. Low orbit is considered safe, but beyond that, it's a dead zone. Cerberus will shut down everything attempting to go through in both directions.
Cerberus, huh? You seem to know a lot about it.
I know everything about it. I'm Pioneer Station. That's my job.
Yeah, you know why I decided to turn the Otago into scrap metal?
Yeah, no idea. That could have been anything. Definitely not me.
Maybe?
Literally anything but
You
me.
saw the state of the station.
Shit, there she goes.
Fuck, follow her down, Hunslet.
No problem. Fireball like that.
Wait, does Hunslet not have a model? Okay, they do. We're just not focusing on her when she talks. I was briefly really confused, but we were behind her chair.
Welcome home, Harper. You like what I've done with the place?
Alright, so the ship's pretty destroyed, but there are still people aboard it, and I think we're getting introduced to our anthill of the campaign. So I'm gonna edit this down pretty heavily. I'll give you, through editing magic, the too long didn't watch of it.
You're it.
Me.
Ship's busted, staff's dead, our marine friend is the new commander in charge.
Sure, but these are the captain's orders, as in the...
And this guy is, I'm guessing, our armory lead? I'm not sure what his role in the ship is gonna be.
I'll be in the armory.
What do we do now?
We don't know what is happening on the surface of this planet. McDonald, my boss, he sure didn't. We have to get in contact with someone if we hope to get out of this mess.
I hate to rain on your parade, but the Otago's shithoused. Even if it wasn't, how do we get out past those Cerberus platforms?
Well, they'll stop a ship, but not a signal. If we create our own relay, perhaps we could broadcast from low orbit, just in case a ship passes by.
You want to create
what would the plan be? Like, if we tell people, what are we planning on telling them? Certainly not come down here and rescue us, because they can't for the same reasons, right? I'm not sure what we're debating in this scene.
You want to send a message? Get out and start walking already.
There has to be something we can do.
Maybe there is, but I'm not seeing it.
So you're gonna sit here and do nothing?
Like hell. After what happened up there, regs are clear. We're on an alert footing. There could be a hostile biomorph loose on Lethe. So we've got civvies in danger and no way to contact them, right?
What about Otago's short-range frequency receiver?
Yeah, that could work. For now.
That doesn't solve our broadcasting problem. We have to
You
warn the
find a
people.
way we can do that, then maybe we can talk about making that happen. Until then, we save everyone we can. We're Marines.
And we wouldn't need to get in space to contact. I've got no idea what we're debating doing. I really don't.
With this ship. What's left of it anyway?
Anyway, this is in fact our anthill of the game, and I'm actually thrilled to see it's not much of an anthill. It looks like it's just 5 buttons for each respective thing. Because I'm of the opinion that I want XCOM-type games to be a conveyor belt for missions. The less strategically there is, the better. I just need the flimsiest excuse to justify teching up and why each mission is happening. If we have 5 different buttons instead of an anthill, I'm happy to see it. This is our chief doctor. They are comically overworked on account of the recent, you know, bombing of their ship. And I don't even know their name, but I do like them. Yeah, no, nowhere in that cutscene do you get her name. She's just like, look, I've got doctoring to do. Go away. Leave me be. And I can approve that. So we have wounded Marines. Wait. Being asked to do something? What about them? So each doctor can specifically attend to one soldier to speed up their recovery time. Okay. Weird, but I can dig it.
Understood. New girl. Sorry, but I'm pretty busy right now.
This is our chief engineer, also very busy on account of the recently crashed ship for obvious reasons. Maybe I'll get a name this time.
I'll let you get on.
Nope, I'm just leaving immediately. Bye.
Need a gun, Administrator?
Anyway, over the course of time, we'll unlock new guns and new skills. But not right now. We need to produce weapons with this material. We have engineers, physicians, medical supplies, and tools. Anyway, let's head to the labs.
How glad I am to see another Wayland-Yutani face aboard. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Becker. The company assigned me to the ship in order to...
Dr. Becker actually gave me his name. Although it is somewhat canceled out by the fact that he works for Wayland-Yutani, which makes me very afraid of him. And we're back to Marine. God, I don't know his name, like at all. I hear their names, they go in one ear, out the other. Half these people didn't give me a name, so they have no excuse. I don't even have to blame myself for them.
They're killing everyone.
Oh, right, yeah, people are dying.
Oh, no.
You thinking what I'm thinking? We have to go there. See for ourselves.
What? I feel for those people, but we're blind here. If we're to save anyone, we need proper comms.
We got them. The Otago, Hunslet's dropship, our vehicles, my Marines, they all speak the same language. Courtesy of the USCM comm system.
That's not what I meant.
It's a military decision, Hayes, which means it's my decision. Those folks need help.
Fine. What do you need from me?
I was going to say it's a neat decision that we don't pick what missions we go on, we're told to go on them. However, now that I think about it, I think in all the base XCOM games, you're expected to say yes to every mission anyway. So it's really not that big of a difference, but thematically it feels very different.
I thought I wasn't military.
Don't I know it? Listen, if I'm going to keep my people alive, I need someone with smarts for when mine falls short. If it helps, this ain't exactly what I signed on for either. Welcome to the Colonial Marines.
And then there's the command deck, which is where we launch missions by pressing this button.
Operations ready in the following areas.
We need to go to the Dead Hills. This is a representation of Lethe. Oh, all available missions. So no, we're going to be able to select missions as well. It's not just happening to me. This one is, though. Anyway, Dead Hills is the name of a colony. Who would name a colony in a terraform planet Dead Hills? You're just dooming yourself. That is an ominous foreshadowing name, my friend. Also, interestingly, going into missions, we can see how many objectives, data pads, and resources they have in the form of materials and xenotech. That weirds me out. I don't know if I'll like it or not. It depends on how it feels in gameplay. Anyway, we're gonna go build a squad for Dead Hills. There was a tutorial for that. I'm sure it said you're building a squad. Hey, flickering lights, how are you doing? Little bit alarmed by this. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often. Anyway, we can select them here. They have traits: Conspirator, Coward, Bad Luck, and Clumsy. I can't see what they do. There's like a little red icon over everything. I have to select the inventory. That's the only thing I'm allowed to do. Oh, we're actually gonna kit them out with the inventory like we're playing Darkest Dungeon. And for the sake of the tutorial, I think I have to pick 2 of each. But I want to build the squad. I want to look at what the traits mean. That seems really important. I guess it'll show me dramatically. I guess I'm not quite out of the tutorial yet. Fair enough. However, based on the like 19 objectives it gave me, I think this might be the end of our first episode. because I'm currently 50 minutes into the recording, and 19 seems like a large number of objectives. Maybe it's not, but it certainly feels that way. I'll be calling it here for part 1. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. All that stuff really does help the channel grow. This is going to be my daily upload at 8 a.m. every day until I finish my first playthrough at least. I've been uploading XCOM daily. I'm going to move that to every other day, have 1.5 uploads a day basically. And I've been enjoying Aliens Dark Descent so far, but we really haven't seen enough of it to have a good picture of it. It won't be until tomorrow when we see our first mission that I really have a good idea of how the game plays on a moment-to-moment basis. Also, I say that I'm going to be uploading at 8 a.m. every day, but I'm currently recording this quite late, and tomorrow's upload will probably be at like noon. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm sorry to ramble up topic. I've been enjoying Aliens Dark Descent. I hope you have as well. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. See you in the next one.